So the webinar will last, it's not really a webinar, I think it's more of a question and answers open forum to discuss any questions you guys have about the Brilliant Directories platform. So we'll get started right now. I'm your host here, Jason Halusam, one of the co-founders of Brilliant Directories, and we're lucky to have Gabriel join us today. He's one of our support specialists. So Gabe, why don't you give a big shout out and hello to everyone out there.
Hey there, guys. How's it going? Great to be here.
This is Gabe's first webinar with us, and he'll be there in the background to answer any questions that you might be chatting in to. We really want to make sure everyone's questions get answered. So if I can't answer them, hopefully Gabe can answer them through the chat. And if for any reason we're unable to get to your questions here in the hour and a half that we have, I highly recommend joining our LinkedIn strategy network. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn. And once you're there, it's free to join. Any questions you have, you can ask them to the group. And myself, Patrick, Gabe, David Rockland, who's part of our team, and fellow directory owners just like yourselves are there to provide support in answering any strategy questions. Maybe you want to test out an idea or see if anyone's done some type of strategy for their directory. This is a great place to get support from fellow directory website owners. And if this is your first time joining us, I just want to summarize kind of what the goal of Webinar Wednesdays are. We started these back in January of this year, and we almost went 20 consecutive weeks for Webinar Wednesdays. We're recently getting back from a short break, but really Webinar Wednesdays are here for you. This is your time. Brilliant Directories has email support. You guys can book training sessions. There's a community forum. We have training videos. But this is a really good opportunity to, at least for myself, to get hands-on with some things that you might have questions about or you might be stuck on or slowing down the progress of your website. And you can really ask any type of question about marketing, SEO strategies, generating leads, some of the limitations of the software or some workarounds, or what the capabilities of the software are to help execute your vision and your idea. Because the number one thing here is we want you guys to be successful with your website ideas. And sometimes it really doesn't even matter what platform you're using. It's about framing and structuring your idea in a way that's going to work with the available technology that's out there in the world today and at a cost that's affordable, that's at a low cost, because the last thing you want to do is hemorrhage money into marketing or development and not know what your scope is or the end game is. So these webinars are here to help you, to help guide you, and to provide some additional support while you're working on your directory and membership website projects. And we're really happy that you guys are here with us today. Being back after a few weeks, we have a super simple contest of the week with an awesome prize. You can win a Power Website plan added to your account. It's a $1,500 value. All you have to do is click one button. It's at the top of the brilliantdirectories.com website. I'll go ahead and do it with you right now. You can go to brilliantdirectories.com, and at the top of the website, you'll see this banner up here. And all you have to do is click the tweet button, and you'll see this message here, and then you can just click tweet. I've recently tweeted this, so it's not letting me do it multiple times, but all you would have to do is tweet that and you'll be all good. Just make sure you're logged into Twitter in the first place so it knows to tweet that to your account. And next week we will choose, or next webinar, excuse me, we'll choose a random winner who did tweet that, and you'll win a $1,500 Power Website plan added to your website. So if you have additional ideas for sites that you want to launch, this is a great way to maybe snag one for free. So good luck to you guys. It just takes a second, and you just have to do a quick tweet on the brilliantdirectories.com website. All right, this is the first time we have a recommended reading section. We took a few weeks off and I read this book called Shoe Dog. It's about Phil Knight, the creator of Nike, one of the most recognizable brands in the world. And it talks about his journey from his teens to his 20s, about how he came to start Nike. And besides the fact that it's about a guy who started a shoe company, It really talks about the journey of an entrepreneur and someone who's starting a business, and a lot of the obstacles and hurdles that they have to overcome. It could be from competition, it could be from market dynamics, it can be really from everywhere. The story is really amazing, and there's so many times where Nike almost died and didn't exist as a company, but it really talks about his perseverance, about how he didn't give up, he believed in his vision, and it was just a really inspiring story in that sense. So I wanted to put this out there as recommended reading. It's a really easy read. It's not complicated. Letters are nice and big in the book. I'm not a big reader myself, but I was able to read this in just 3 sessions, and he's very personable in the book. He wrote it himself, and it really comes off as someone who's speaking genuinely to you about their story. And the story spans over 50 years from when he started Nike. So besides the fact that it's about how he started a shoe company, it's a great inspirational story if you're starting and trying to grow your own company today. So Shoe Dog, a memoir by the creator of Nike, Phil Knight. All right, and right before we get into the Q&A session, there is a deal of the week. If this is your first time joining us in the webinars, we try to always do a contest of the week and some type of special deal of the week. This one's going to be a 48-hour promo code, so not necessarily a week, but you can get 35% off joining the VIP add-ons club with Brilliant Directories, any new website plans, or even private training calls. All you have to do is enter the code SUPER35. So if you want to jot this down, go ahead and do so. And let me just show you how to use it. So if you go to the brilliantdirectories.com website, I'll go to the VIP club membership, just as an example. And we'll just click here. So if you're not familiar with the VIP add-ons club, it comes with all the add-ons we offer today and in the future. So we do have a promo on the site for VIP 30. This is slightly more. It's 35% off. So we'll click I want all the add-ons. And when you get to the checkout page, all you need to do is type in the promo code here. I don't think it matters if it's lowercase or uppercase. And that'll take 35% off the price. And this is a monthly price, so you'll continue to maintain the discount moving forward. So it's a great way to lock in the lower price now. And you can use that on any products that Brilliant Directories offers. All right, so this is the time. It's your time. If you have questions about your website, trying to accomplish something, if you're stuck on something, if you're wondering how something works, if something's broken and it's frustrating you, you can raise your hand or you can type in your question, and we'll spend the rest of the hour and a half going through your questions and trying to tackle as many of those as we can. So I'll look for some questions now with anyone that has their hands raised or has typed in a question. All right, we got Dion on the line. Dion, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good.
All right, your voice is coming in loud and clear, which is good.
Okay, great.
Where are you calling in from today?
Calling in from Virginia, right outside of DC.
Cool. And is this your first webinar with us?
This is the second webinar.
Okay, great to have you with us. What's your question for us today?
So the question I have, I put it in the chat and someone just answered me back, but I'll tell you what the issue is. So I'll read it right off here. So basically, I can create a general user account with an email. I can create multiple user accounts, general claim listing with the same email. But when I go to, say, for instance, I create a user account or I create a business account, and then I decide I want to create a paid account, it doesn't allow me to use that email if it was used before. But I can create 2 or 3 general accounts. I can create 2 or 3 free business accounts with the same email. But when I try to create a paid account with an email that was used previously, it won't allow me to do that.
Let's fix that on your site. So by default, the system doesn't allow multiple emails because it's the same. Theoretically, it's the same person creating multiple accounts on one website. It's like the same reason Facebook wouldn't let you create 2 accounts. But there are instances where you do want to allow that, and then you would just need a different password. So when the same emails log in, the unique identifier becomes the password. But I can help get that set up for you right now.
And let me explain what I ran to for the first time. I put my website up maybe like a week or so ago. I just sent out some emails on Friday. I did a campaign through Zoho Campaigns, sent out about 1,900 emails. But the directory listings that I uploaded to Brilliant Directories, they all had the proper emails in it for those businesses. And as soon as I sent out email, about 6 folks from those businesses went online and tried to create a paid account, but they couldn't. And I didn't figure that out until today. But the reason they couldn't was because I uploaded the email. So I deleted all the listings, re-uploaded them with no emails. I thought that would work, but it doesn't. It only works if someone now claims a listing and uses their email for the first time. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Let me help you out with that right now. What's the name of your website?
So it's goldenyearsplus.com.
Okay. And first of all, it's good that you're using like a third-party emailing system to invite people to your website. Brilliant Directories is really good for sending newsletters to people who are already established members on your site. So it's good that you're using Zoho there. Let's just go to the front end of your site real quick. And those people who kind of complained about the sign-up process, that's a great opportunity to deliver good service to them. And even though there was like a fluke on the website, is build a good relationship with them. So let's go to your site. And this is affecting just your paid signups?
Exactly.
Okay. I like how you've done your plans here. And you are utilizing the sidebar here. So let me fix that for you. We're going to go to the form manager, and we're going to edit your paid sign-up form. So I went to form manager, and I'm going to edit your paid sign-up form. And here in the first email field, there's like options here. And it checks, so these are like advanced options, but this is more if you're a developer, you can, like, there needs to be a certain number of characters and so on and so forth. There is something that checks a unique identifier, and it's checking for a unique email. So I'm just going to turn that off, and it's not going to check for a unique email. I don't recommend people do this normally. Otherwise, people will just continue making multiple accounts on the same site. But in your case, you know, there's a reason you're doing this. And then there's also an advanced setting, which I think is already turned on if it's working for free signups. I think it's a duplicate email.
And I can give you an example as to the reason I need it that way. A lot of times you have a senior living facility, they may have 10 locations, but they may have one person who controls all those locations. So each individual location would sign up, but one person, maybe someone in marketing, may control their marketing.
Dion, what you need is this. It's an add-on that we have at Brilliant Directories. So if you go to add-ons, okay, but this should be set, by the way.
Okay.
Should be good. Let me just triple check here. Yeah, you're good here. That should work now. So we have an add-on that's specifically for this. It's called, here it is, Multi-Listing Manager. And it allows like one key account holder to manage other listings. So let's say you're a real estate firm. You have agents that work at the real estate firm. So you create one account for the real estate company, and then from here you can create individual profiles for all your agents. Or let's say you're a talent management company. You can have one talent management account, and then you create profiles for all your bands and singers and models.
Okay, now let me ask you this. With the multi-list manager, if someone had say for instance, it was ABC Assistant Living, and they had 10 locations, if they enter them into the multi-list manager, will they show up in the search engines as their own individual entity?
Yes. So if they are individual brick and mortar establishments, you want to use the multi-listing manager because it creates individual listings, searchable listings. So if there's one in New York and one in Los Angeles, those are two independent ones, but the main account holder can manage both listings from the master account.
Yeah, and that's normally how it is. It's one corporation, and they may have multiple locations across the U.S. or within a tri-state area.
Right. So now we do have another add-on, which is, it sounds similar, but it's actually totally different. And this is not what you need. It's called the multi-location listings. So if let's say I'm a lawyer and I serve Florida and Los Angeles, I just need one profile, but I want to make sure that one profile shows up in Los Angeles and New York or Florida searches. So the multi-location listings lets your members get visibility in additional locations rather than the individual address. This one actually creates individual profiles. I'll put a link in the chat here for you.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for your question there, Dion.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Good questions there. And yeah, Dion, this what I did here should allow for duplicate emails for paid signups now that I've removed that unique identifier. Okay, let's continue with the questions here. Good topics today so far. All right, Jacqueline, I've unmuted your microphone. Are you with us, Jacqueline?
I sure am. How are you guys doing?
Awesome. Thanks for joining in today.
Thank you. I have just a really quick question.
Okay.
You know how, well, in events, there's a date that is set with those events, but in the classifieds, there is no date. How do I get them to drop off after a period of time?
We can, I'm thinking we can, you want them to expire. You want them to send an end date, or do you want the website to automatically expire them after 30 days or something?
Like the website just expire them after 7 days or 30 days. Yeah.
That is actually a really good feature suggestion. If it right now, right, like events and coupons, you can set expiration dates. Like when a coupon expires, let me just show everyone what we're referring to. But there is not a way to set, like, classifieds will be set to like an expired mode after 30 days, and the person would have to relist the classified ad if they wanted to stay online. Again, renew it. Okay. Okay. There is no way to do that right now, but I am going to make a note here as a feature request. You can actually do it yourself too, but I'll just make a note here, a feature request. And then that is the ability to set a time when classifieds or other posts will automatically expire from the website. You can go to our community forum. Let me go there with you.
Okay. You want me to do this while you're doing it?
Yeah, you can. Let's go here real quick to the customer portal. And you can go to, this is good for everyone to know who's got ideas for the software. So anyone who wants features that don't exist, obviously we want everything to exist today, but you can go to bootstrap.brilliantdirectories.com, click on forums, and if you scroll down, there's an entire feature suggestion area in the forums area. And you can post a new one, but you can also see here what's planned, which ones have been accepted. So there's a lot that are in the plan. You can see which ones are in progress, which ones have been not taken, that it's not a good fit for what everyone needs. Just a couple of them here. So you can go here and you can check out the feature suggestions, and you can also vote on feature suggestions. So if you see something you like, leave a comment saying, yes, BD, make this today. And we'll do our best to prioritize based on the demand.
Okay, all right, that's great. I have one more question for you. In the user profile, they have the ability to upload a brochure or resume?
Yes.
Where does that populate?
Let me show you right here on our demo site. Let's see here. This is our Brilliant Directories demo site. We have a sample listing John Smith. And if you scroll down, just let the page load. So by default, it just shows under company details. This should not say upload. It should just say CV or brochure. You can change what this says. And then if you click this link, which again, this is just really standard how it comes. You can turn this into a button if you wanted to. Let's just do that real quick. If it's really important for your site, you can have it made into a button, something like that. You can move it, higher or lower. But this is where it would be. And then if you click on it, I think we uploaded a sample menu. Yeah, this is like just a sample menu.
Okay.
And you can download it. So it is on their profile page. And yeah, it is a free variable. I mean, when I say free variable, it's a user variable. So if you wanted to like put it higher up, just like we have the phone number here or their business name and address, you can move data in the template. Some of it might require a little help from a development team. Some of it might be just moving it up and down in the form that displays this.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Great questions. All right, so besides my bad spelling here, yeah, that's a good feature request, I think a lot of people whose sites are dependent on classified listings, they want to be more like a Craigslist, which automatically expire a post after 10 or 15 days. That would be a good, simple functionality there. All right, let's see here. We got Kathy. Kathy, you with us there?
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Where are you calling in from today?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Is this your first webinar with us?
No, second.
Does it feel good to be back after a long break of a few weeks?
Yes.
Awesome.
I always have all these questions, and then I wait for a webinar, and then I forget them all once I get on it.
What's your question today for us?
My question, I think this is an easy one. I just want my events calendar on my new site, which is Charlotte Area Savings, to be different. The one I have on my old site, LKN Savings, I like that one better, but I can't find that template on my new site. And maybe it's a customized template and I don't even know that.
What's the new site called?
Charlotte Area Savings, cltsavings.com.
Okay, gotcha. CLT Savings. All right, so let's take a look at your current site. So where's the calendar on this site? It's under...
Oh, sorry, events calendar.
Okay. Oh, it's not there. Let's see. There should be a link for it. Let's go to this site here. So you have it under all the sites come with a dedicated events calendar page. And let me just show everyone where that is. So here is your events calendar page. And, yeah. Okay.
I don't like that bottom part, how it just shows little dots for events. I want it to be something different.
So this is the standard events calendar that comes with BD. It's a Bootstrap calendar, which works with the Bootstrap theme. Mm-hmm. What I would recommend, so you can't really change this one besides the colors matching the colors of your theme that you're using. What you might want to do is search for Bootstrap calendar. My spelling is the worst, but that's okay. There's websites like Bootsnip. So your Brilliant Directories website is built on Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a designing platform, and there's already tons of tools and widgets built for any type of Bootstrap site. So I'm just searching Bootstrap calendar, and let's see what comes up here. There's probably tons of different calendar designs. And then what I would recommend doing if you're not happy with the way it looks is find one that you like the way it looks, and then that again would be something good to take to the marketplace and say, I want my Brilliant Directories calendar to be powered by this widget, something more colorful or decorative. This one looks like it has, this one actually looks pretty nice. Let's take a look at it together. Let's let this load. So this one's a little nicer. It kind of shows the name, and it's got some more colors into it. I'm going to share this link in the chat. But a lot of these calendars are pre-built, so you're kind of limited to, you know, the way they've already constructed them. So it's just about choosing an existing one where you like the design a little bit better. I actually do like this one. I like that it shows the name rather than a dot, and there's more colors. I like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's see what ours looks like right now. It does have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but it does have the color on top of it, which would be a little bit more decorative. Let me share this link with you in the chat here. There's a chat in the GoToWebinar. I'll just put calendar. And then this would be something good to take to the marketplace. And I don't know what someone would charge you. It would be a one-time thing, and they would just integrate this calendar and replace the one that comes with Brilliant Directories.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions besides this one?
So the one that I have on my Lake Norman site, was that a custom one? Just hit on events.
Just hit events. Let's
if
check
you go
Okay.
hit events on the header page. Was that one to see? It shows the pictures and the dates and.
Oh, so this is the search results, and this is the calendar. So you do have. If you go to events, you have it right here on your site. It's /events. So there's a dedicated events calendar page. So if people just want to kind of see what's going on like a snapshot of the whole calendar, they can see dots with dates and things like that. But this is your events. Do you want to link this in the header instead of your events calendar? All right. Yeah. Your main menu link is linking to events calendar.
Okay.
I like it when we can talk these out, but but what I mentioned before is also valid. If you don't like the design, you can find another Bootstrap calendar and have a developer do a one-time update to get your calendar another Bootstrap calendar. So what I did is I went to your toolbox, your main menu manager, or your menu manager, and I selected main menu, and here's your events link. It's going to events calendar. We're just going to have it go to events. It's as simple as that, and I'm going to save the changes. And let's just go to your home page, and if we go to the events link now, it will go to the search results of your event. And it looks like there's a lot of fun things going on in Charlotte.
There is. It's showing like how does it show most recent first though? It's like showing. Great question. So you don't have to do any coding for this. Sometimes people want any type of post to be sorted a different way by default. So you want obviously what do you want? The ones that are coming up first, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like the one that's happening tomorrow to be the first one to show first. So you can go to post settings, and we're going to edit your event posts, which is /events right here. So we're going to edit your post settings for all your events. And if you go to the search results design, there is an option at the bottom, order results by, and we can do start date soonest first. So the one that's happening the soonest we want first, and we'll save the changes. So this is really cool. You might want something different for your blog posts or something for property listings, or coupons could be the ones that are expiring like the soonest. So let's see if this changes the order. Yep, so so it looks like this is 7/13, and the reason it's showing is the event is probably still going on in the system. Yeah, it's a recurrent event. It goes every week.
Perfect. Okay. So so there you go. So now you're sorted by the events that are happening the soonest.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for your questions. All right, good questions there. And we got Jonathan on the line. Jonathan, you have a question for us today?
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How you
Okay,
doing?
so pretty good. Can you look at this directory.chirocentrics for me?
Yes. Chiro, like chiropractor.
Yeah, directory.chirocentrics.com. I'll send you in the chat the
All right, I think I got it here.
link.
Actually, after this call, I have some new things to show everyone. That I forgot to mention. All right, I'm with you on your site here.
There we go. Okay, so basically, if this is just a directory for this new marketing firm for chiropractors, and so basically, it's just going to be a lead generator for them, right? And do you have any upgrades to this form on the homepage? This is basically so the consumer can come right in and submit for a local chiropractor, and then the system matches it to the local chiropractor.
Yes, and I'm going to, let me do one thing for you here. Give me a second. Let me activate so you can, I think, customize that form on your site. Give me a second. So you're going to have chiropractors in your database. You're going to have consumers come to the site. They're going to fill out the form with their location and the type of service that they want. And then you're going to automatically match them with the chiropractors so they can receive them as paid leads.
Yep.
Okay, so what you want to do, there are a few settings. Let me just show you this as well. You may or may want to take advantage of this add-on. If you're just getting started, I don't think you need it, but once you get a high volume of leads coming into your site, I would absolutely recommend this add-on. And it's the automatic lead matching. So
I think I have it on all my. I think I have
okay, good.
The VIP package on this site, but.
Perfect. So no, you're good to go. Once you get a high volume of leads, the automatic lead matching is helpful because it will automatically match the lead with the member based on location and the category of the service requested. So what you have, what you want to do is go to your form manager, Jonathan, and you have this form called Bootstrap Theme Get Matched form. We call the lead form the Get Matched form because you're getting matched with professionals. You can edit this form. And here's where you see name and email, and then what you can do is you can create a new form field if you wanted, and we'll call it where does it hurt?
Ma'am, I think my screen is locked up.
Oh, sorry. Let me, you know what, you're right. Okay, so what I did is if you go to your form manager,
okay,
and then there is a form to edit, which is the Bootstrap Theme Get Matched. You can create a new form field, and I'll just call it where does it hurt, and then I need to give it a variable name. I'll just call it lead hurt, and we'll make this a drop-down select, and then we'll do where does it hurt most, and we'll do, I know this isn't knee.
It's perfect, man. Go for it.
Lower back, entire back. So we'll just leave it at that. And let me put this after the name. And I'm going to show you one more thing you can do. So this is creating fields that don't exist. And then if we save the changes, let me also do this. Let me do this. I'm going to do the first one, where does it hurt most? Okay, so now that we've saved that, these are your options. I separated the drop-down options with a comma, and if we refresh this, it says enter your name, Jason. Where does it hurt most? Knee, head, lower back. And you can really build out your form the way you want it. Now, there isn't something else you can do. If you go to your leads, there are lead settings, and there are settings for the lead form, so you don't have to create new form fields. One thing that might be the most useful for you, John, is if you scroll down here, there's form settings. So we're hiding the field labels. Those are the things outside that say like enter name, enter phone number. I'm just going to show these for I'm gonna show these for now. Display location fields is good. Make the location field required. I think you should do that because getting connected with a chiropractor has to do with their location. And then even cooler are the category fields. So do you have categories on your site?
No, with this website, I'm only doing just chiropractic clinic. That's one generic category, really no subcategory.
Gotcha. So you don't need categories. Categories helpful if you're like a site with since you're one type of business, you don't really need it. But if you were a lawyer website, maybe you want to specify immigration attorney, corporate attorney, tax attorney. That might be helpful. So no categories for you. But if someone wanted to, they could have the categories there. So I'm just going to save the changes here. And so this takes up a lot of space. I'm going to turn it off, but this is how you can show the labels or not show the labels.
You can leave it on. That's fine.
Okay. So yeah, that's how you can add input fields. They don't have to be drop downs, and then these will be included with the lead when they're matched with the professionals.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. So it's automatically creating that place in the database that's stored in the lead.
Exactly. So you don't really need to do any additional coding besides adding it to the form field.
Perfect. And this is Jason, right?
This is Jason, yeah.
Hey, Jason, can I send you a message to the chat?
Sure.
Cool. I'm going to send it to you. I just don't want it to go across the board.
Okay.
So, cool. I appreciate you being here today, man.
All right, John. Thanks for the question. Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, good question there about editing the lead forms. Brilliant Directories started as a lead gen software. The directory was really just to get members in there so you have people to send these leads to. So if you're really interested in creating a website where you sell leads like Angie's List or Thumbtack, Brilliant Directories is really good at giving you the essential tools you need to quickly get started, and then once you have the site online, these forms generate leads, and then you can distribute them for sale or for free to your members. So that's a little fun fact about Brilliant Directories. All right, if you guys have questions and a microphone, you can raise your hand. And Rob, you've got your hand up, so you're next. How you doing, Rob?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Yeah, where are you calling in from today?
Northwest Virginia.
All right, thanks for joining us. What's your question for us today?
I think you just answered it. I typed it in about having a member start a free trial that will automatically roll into a paid subscription. And I see an answer here now that I would need to use the coupon code add-on. Was that in reference to that question?
Yep. So I can kind of show you how that works.
Okay.
How that would work. If you want to give me 1 second here, I'll get an example set up. So what he's referring to is he wants to give his members like a free trial period, and then if they don't cancel their membership, then they'll automatically be charged for the monthly fee. So what you can do with Brilliant Directories is like a 30-day free trial. And in order to use that, you want to use the Easy Coupon Codes add-on. So if you have you can get this individually, or it's part of the VIP add-ons club. So what you do is you create a coupon, and what you can do is the first payment can be 100% off. So when they enter the coupon code, let's say your monthly membership is $20 a month. They enter the coupon code, which is whatever you want to make it, awesome 20 free trial. It will make their first monthly payment $0, but they still have to put their credit card information in. If they do not cancel their account in 30 days, they will automatically be billed that $20 or whatever monthly price you set it at moving forward. So in that sense, you can provide a 30-day free trial to your members while collecting the credit card up front.
Okay.
All right.
Does that make sense?
All right. Good stuff. Thanks for the question.
Thank you.
All right, before we go forward, there's a couple new things to show you guys. Let me see, I had a few tabs open here. All right, the first one is one of the coming soon add-ons is Lazy Load, and I'll show you guys what that is exactly. So here are one of the coming soon. So Lazy Loads is going to be released soon. It's Lazy Load for search results, and I'll show you how that works. So this is a search results page, and right now it's showing 1 through 10 of 10,000 results. I wasn't showing the page. Okay, so here we go. So here's a search results page. There's 10,000 results. Normally you'd have to go to page 1, and then you have to click to go to page 2, click to go to page 3, and if people are on mobile devices, that creates a lot of load. They're not getting the results really quick. So watch what happens as I scroll past the first 10 people here. If I scroll down, it just keeps loading more results. You'll see this loading icon here, and then we get more results just after a couple seconds. So this will create a really seamless experience for people to see more results quicker. It's going to save, if they're on mobile, it's going to save on their bandwidth because they don't have to keep reloading web pages over and over again. And then it's also going to keep them on your site longer because instead of waiting for pages to load, they're getting more results, and then they can make a selection from the results. So I can just, there's 10,000 listings on this site, and I can just keep going and going and going. So it not only saves you bandwidth on your site, so you're loading less data overall. People are not going to different page 1, page 2, page 3 of results, and it'll provide a better user experience. So we're just doing some final beta testing with this, but those of you that are part of the VIP add-ons club, this will be added to your websites, or you can request for it to be added to your website if you just email support once it's ready to rock and roll. All right, the next thing is, and we're looking for probably an late August launch for this one. It's been highly requested for the last 7 years at Brilliant Directories, and we're finally on the cusp of launching it. The ability for people to have social login, at least we're starting with Facebook. Facebook's the most popular. So people can either create accounts by putting their email and password, or they'll be able to create accounts using Facebook. And then if it's a paid subscription, they'll create their account and then put their credit card information in. So I'm really excited about this one. This one came a little sooner than I expected, but social login, starting with Facebook at least, will be available in August. And I know a lot of people love that. It does save the user a little bit of time, and it will provide the website owner with the email address still, I believe, of the Facebook account. Another thing, you now, as an option for a header, you do have the option to have your social links at the top. Generally, what you have at the top of the page, let me just click this button here, is a search, or you can have a banner advertisement. You now have the ability to have your social links. So if your site is more of a community and less searching for members, this is a nice way to, I think, add some color to your site, as well as get people connected to your social media channels by putting them right there at the top. Let me show you where that is, guys. For those of you that want to have social media links at the top of your site instead of the member search, you want to go to your design settings, and in the header design, there is an option to show the header search, and there's actually a ton of options here. You can hide the header search, you can only have a location search or only a keyword search, you can show a banner ad. And then here's the new one, show social media links. So if you've added your social media links from your general settings, they will show in the top of your site. And then obviously if your site is specific for events or coupons, you can have one of those searches in the header also. So it's a nice area where you can pick and choose what you want to have up here that'll work best for your specific website. Also, those of you who are familiar with our different themes, this is a new theme that we've launched. It's the Easy Association theme, where you can build websites for groups, organizations, and more. It's no different than our main demo Bootstrap, but we've kind of configured this one to be to be geared more towards the needs of an association or group. You can post your latest news, photo galleries, video libraries. I really like that rap website. He was curating rap videos on his site. You can also have upcoming events. Here's another example of the events calendar. So there's a dedicated page for the association, and it shows the upcoming events. You just have to toggle this open, and you'll get a list of all the events happening. And then you have the member directory, very straightforward, member login, member directory, or become a member. So that's the Easy Association theme. And then obviously we're using the featured blog article slider here at the top, where you can specifically feature blog articles at the top of the site. What they've done is they've featured their board members on the homepage. So again, this is really good. Again, for associations that want this kind of presentation for their website. It's a little bit more than just searching for members like the chiropractor site we just saw. And that's on the BD site. If you want to take a look at it, you can try the Easy Association theme. All right, let us continue with the questions. All right, Dave, I've unmuted your microphone. You with us, Dave?
Hey.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Good webinar so far. Very happy with all the questions that have been coming through.
Yeah, it's excellent. Thank you.
How can we help you today?
All right. Well, I've gotten answers already through the chat.
Go, Gabe.
But yeah, he's on top of it. One thing that's been troubling me, and we're at localbychoice.com, is the sheer volume of, I guess I'd call them spam listings that are coming through on the basic package. And I wondered if there was a way to change the form so that users had to go through CAPTCHA.
Yes, we do have one now, and let me see here. I think I can add it to your website. So what's happening, unfortunately, with the internet, there are spammers out there. There are robots, spam bots out there that look for forms and just try to submit garbage to the forms. And
Right.
They're going to his free sign-up form, and because there's no credit card required, they're just abusing this form, entering email and password, and then creating erroneous member listings. We do have an update that not only adds a reCAPTCHA, but a honeypot. Honeypot is a strategy to prevent spam. It adds a hidden input field, yeah, if it's filled out a certain way, then it knows that it's a spam bot. So as the technology, it's like owning a bar. People are always going to try to get in with a fake ID, and the fake IDs keep getting better and better. So you really have to just stay on top of spam. It's a never-ending thing. It's never going to go away. So the best you can do is just be proactive, and when it happens, identify it and try to resolve it. So let me see about adding a reCAPTCHA to a security thing to this form for you. Let's go to your form manager. And let me see if your contact form has one, the contact us form. I think it does. It should here. Yep, so this one has a security question. And I'll just try to copy the code that this one is using for your free sign-up. So let me look at your contact us form. And then let me look for the free sign-up. And here's your contact us form. Here's the security question. Let me click on edit to pop this open. And what it needs is reCAPTCHA checkbox, and that's the outer element. So let's add a new form field. And the type of form is a reCAPTCHA checkbox. And the outer element ID is that, and we'll put security question as the field label. I hope it's just as easy as this. And if we scroll down right under password, let's save the changes. And let's refresh. does not want to load there. Let's find out why. Everything looks the same as on the, let's see, these are all yeses. Let's see here. These are all yeses. Let's make it required. Yep, that's the same. Yep, that's your contact us page. It's working here with your URL. That should solve the spam problem, at least for today.
Okay, great. Thank you, Jason.
All right, you're welcome. All right, good question there from Dave. Yeah, spam happens on sites. Doesn't matter what type of site you have, but there are some fail-safes that you can put into place to make it a little bit harder for those spam bots to get through your forms. All right, Jeff from Australia. I'm going to unmute your microphone. Give me 1 second. Jeff, you with us?
Yes.
From Australia, correct?
How are you all? Yes, correct. Western Australia.
Western Australia. Great, great. Thanks for joining us today.
I have a question with regards to the search, the keyword search for you.
Okay.
What does that search on a member basis?
Gotcha. So right now it just
what fields?
It just searches the first name, last name, and company name. But let me and I know Jeff Jeff in our office there is going to hate me for mentioning this. We did have, let me see here. We did have an advanced setting, and I think this is going to lead to where your question is going. We did have an advanced setting that was a deep keyword search, which would search their about us, and it would search a lot more keywords in the user's profile. This was deprecated when we switched to Bootstrap, but I think it's on the feature request list to enable deep keyword search. But what is your specific question before I say
having a
else?
client who's a plasterer, but he doesn't have plasterer in his name, so he's seeing all these other ones come up that have plasterer in their name, and he's saying, well, why don't I come up, you know? So I have that problem with certain businesses that don't have their product in, or their core product in their name.
I have a workaround. Can we check out your site together?
mysouthwest.com.au.
Okay. I know that your site's already well established. The workaround would be this.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, it's coming up right now. So the workaround,
Sorry.
Let me log in as one of your members. Because the keyword search field, and let me show everyone what, so this is the keyword search field. You can search categories or name. So see this listing, Universal Plumbers, they have plumber in their name, so they're showing as a listing. But then it also does the subcategories and the main category above it. But so what you're saying is there are people who might be plumbers, but plumber is not in their name, so they're not being found, right?
Yes, that's correct. If you go to the category, you find them, but the client sees when he puts plaster in, he doesn't see his name come up, but he sees other ones come up, you see. So he's getting a little bit annoyed.
I would get annoyed too. So here is the workaround. So this is one of your customers, Adriatic Enterprises. Let me find someone who has, give me 1 second here. I want to find someone that has, okay, so this guy's like Michael Bay, right? So let's search Michael. I'm just curious to see what happens here. Okay, so Michael Bay, his company is Mobile Car Detailing. So because this listing represents a company, we're never going to see Michael Bay on the front of the site, right? This is just internal now, because if you need to contact someone about this account, you can call and say, hey, Michael, your account's past due. I need you to pay, or something like that. So
yeah, but those fields work with when you're sending emails out, so I need to keep those when you send an email template.
Gotcha.
I see where you're going.
So my only workaround would be to maybe change this to something like this. But your site's so established, you might be able to use SQL to move some data around. So you can have them enter their full name. I'm not going to save anything. You can have them enter their company name, and the last name, what we can do is we can repurpose this to keywords. And then you can limit this to like maybe 100 characters so people can't spam the heck out of it, this specific field. And then you can have them put like plumber, you know, whatever the keywords are. And then because the keyword has, the last name field has been repurposed as a keyword field where they manually type in keywords, they will now be found for the keywords up to 100 characters or whatever you want to set it at for their specialty. That would be, and so what you can do with MySQL is maybe move the last names to merge them with the first names, and then just call this the first name field full name, and then the last name field call it keywords, and then the company name just keep it as it is.
I understand. Yeah, I understand that. I'll see what I can do there. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. Service is the only thing you can, you can do better than anyone else, sometimes.
Yep, Brilliant Directory is the #1 theme that competitors love to copy. So we're trying to just, we love, helping our users and engaging with our users. So yeah, glad that you can join us on the webinar. All right, good question there from Jeff, and a great tip for additional search engine optimization in the Brilliant Directories platform. For those of you who joined us a little late, let me see how we're doing on time. The deal of the week, you'll receive an email after this. For 48 hours, you can use the promo code SUPER35. Use it for anything. Join the VIP add-ons club. A lot of people are already members that joined us in this webinar, and some people should join based on what they need their website to do. If you want to launch new websites, you can also use the SUPER35 promo code and anything else on the BD website. Recommended reading. Read this book over the last few weeks, Shoe Dog. Great inspirational story for anyone who's starting a company and has to overcome hurdles to get their company to thrive. Very inspiring story about the creator of Nike, Phil Knight. And the contest of the week, if you haven't yet done so, you can go to the brilliantdirectories.com website and just click one button that says tweet. Let me go there with you. So just click on this tweet button here at the top of our site, and just make sure you're logged into LinkedIn. It might ask you to log in, and it's going to say share this link, and you just hit tweet. And I've already sent this tweet, but you can click tweet and you'll be good to go. And what you can win is a free Power Website plan added to your account. We'll choose a random winner in the next webinar. All right, let's see how we're doing on time here. All right, we could do a couple more questions here. All right, Lisa, you're up next. How you doing, Lisa?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, great. So my site is epictribe.org.
All right.
And on my home page, I've got like a extra space between the about the Epic Tribe and browse by city.
All right, let's check it out together. All right, can you see my screen? I'm on your site now.
Yep.
Okay, great. So let's see here. You got this huge gap here.
Yeah.
All right. What I'm thinking is you're showing your home page. So the streaming widgets are awesome because you can stream your different widgets, but you have this here. See, it says browse by city, and then you have this gap here. Let me look at the source code. Bottom, HR, yep. Let me make this something else for you. Site looks really nice, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, this will add just a little bit of space. That looks good. Now let's visit the home page. Okay, let me do a little more inspection here. Okay, this has a padding top we can get rid of. And perhaps we can also just get rid of this. Is this too much space or you want less space?
Just slightly less would be good.
Okay, we can get rid of this as well. Was that too much?
I think that looks good. What do you think? Did you like it better the other way or like that?
Let me see here.
Can there be a button around the, you know, like kind of like join the Epic Tribe?
A button where?
Well, just, you know, to distinguish that browse by city. Can there be a color behind it or something?
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Like right above it, you see how it's like
I got you.
join the Epic Tribe so it stands out?
I got you. That's actually a really good idea. So we're doing a little coding today. We haven't done much coding today, but that's okay. It's always fun to get into some. So what I can do is I'll make like it gray here, and then this becomes its own kind of section here.
Okay.
Does that work for you? So let me go top. So also, just so this one lines up, maybe you want to get rid of this here, just to even the left and right side out a bit, so it would look more like that, more even.
Okay.
Does your business empower people? And then you're giving them the call to action, join the Epic Tribe today. So it still makes perfect sense. And then that's a great segue into this new section of your site that I really like this background here. Let me see if I can get rid of this white space at the bottom. It's the only thing that looks a little off. And I think I can do that with some magical coding. Hopefully, let's cross our fingers. Yep. So then it'll just go from gray to your newsletter.
Okay.
And
great.
I'm just going to copy this code here. Go back to your site. And we're going to get rid of this. Okay, I just came across a little problem, not a major one. First, let me save this, and then I'll do the gray thing for you. So this will just move this up higher. Oh, it'll also let me get rid of the connect with your tribe. That's in your design settings. So a lot of people will notice you have these two boxes on your homepage. They're really just ways to provide a little bit of explanation to your site without getting into code and creating something. That's in your design settings in your homepage layout. And then that's in this box here, your join offer and your about text. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of this connect with your tribe.
Okay.
And let's let that save. And then this moved up a little bit more. And if we scroll down, so these are closer. I'm going to have to use the show widgets for a second.
I might say leave it as the white.
White, okay, that's fine. So I think you're
bottom,
yeah. So I think you're good to go then. I like the font you chose here.
Okay.
And you custom coded this with the images and the links.
I didn't. I had one of my designers do it, but yeah, they custom coded it, and then we'll either add more or switch out the cities as they grow.
Okay. Do you want me to remove this line down here since?
Yeah, that would be great.
It's not really.
Yeah, there seems like that white space is still down there.
I think it's because of this line here. It'll go away once we remove this. There you go. That'll remove some of the space at the bottom here. So let's refresh this. Yeah, this feels a lot better now.
Yeah, that looks a lot better. Thank you. Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome, Lisa. All right, good stuff there. A little design. All right, we're going to take a few more questions here. If your hand is raised, we'll try to get to you right now. And All right, Seth. Seth, your mic's unmuted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Seth. How you doing?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Almost to the end of the webinar here. Where are you calling in from?
Calling in from Los Angeles.
Okay, sweet. What's your question?
So Gabe actually helped me. I had 2 questions, and Gabe really helped me out with one of them, which was in regards to cloning a customized Brilliant Directory license. So the site I have is it basically covers like a directory for one city, and that's like our main site right now. But once we're done with it, what we want to do is we want to clone it to another license, and it seems like I could do that relatively easily. Gabe sent me a link to cover that. So is that something I can do as a non-developer, or would it be better to get like one of our developers to do it?
So if you've set up a site, this happens with people who create, like, I'll call it like a flagship site, and then they want to replicate that site either in another, to target another location, like if you've made one for New York and you want to go to Los Angeles, or if it's for an industry, you want everything set up the same, you're just going to target a different industry, like instead of chiropractors, you're going to target pediatricians. So we have a Clone My Website feature. It's just $45 a clone, and that will clone one Brilliant Directories website to another Brilliant Directories, to another website you have. You do need to have 2 plans with Brilliant Directories, one website and a second website, and then we can copy your flagship site to the website you want it cloned on, and then you can start making your alterations to the new website.
Got it. Now, would it clone all the customizations that we did? Because we have a developer. Okay, awesome.
It'll literally make a mirror of your website minus the actual domain name. So if it's like losangelesdirectory.com and you clone it to newyorkdirectory.com, the domain will not get copied, but everything else, your customized widgets, your forms, that's why people want to do it, is because they want to take that valuable development that they've done and apply it to another site. So let me put the link here to Clone My Website, and anyone else who needs to clone their website can utilize this. So I'll put this in the chat here.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's very helpful. Yeah, we're doing it based on location, so that's exactly what you said.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the perfect tool for you, and it's just $45. And I think if you wanted to do this, you could use the promo code today that we have, which is what, Super 35. And you can get $35 off that. If you know you're going to do 2 or 3 of them, just buy it 2 or 3 times, and you'll have them at the discounted price.
Let me ask you this, because our site's not done. If we buy that now, we don't have to use it right away, right? We could. Oh, okay. So we could buy the clone service right now, and basically knowing that we're going to use it at a later date.
Exactly. We'll put there'll be a note on your account on our end that you have a credit for a clone, and when you need to utilize that clone, you can just say, hey, I have a clone credit, and then we'll ask you which sites need to be cloned.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I have one more quick question. I was wondering if you could help me out more specifically to the site, and I could give you the URL. It is finditangelus.com.
Okay. Close some of these tabs here. All right, we're here.
Okay, perfect. So we have our category set up basically for the directory. Some default view shows a member listing, and some default view shows more of I guess I'll call it a listing. And I could show you an example. Yeah, if you're right there, if you go to properties for sale, click on that. That's what I would consider the default listing view. And when you click on that, do you see how for each listing there's like a preview description of, it's basically coming from, I think, like the about section, along with right below that is kind of like a brief address. Now if you go back to the home page and click on hotels, that's something that we have as the default member listing view, because really it's just based on hotels. There's not really a bunch of listings, and you see how it's kind of bare. There's no description. The location, all of them say Angeles as opposed to like a more specific location. Is there a way to change this for the member listing view to be more similar to the listing view?
Yes. So these are so these are property listings. So just to clarify for everyone listening, these are property listings. So a member has their profile, and then they've also published a property listing. So this is a product of something a member has published. So we can see here it says posted by Townhouse and LaBelle. And then if we click on this, this is the member listing, and the member listing is what we're seeing here. So you have hotels listed as members.
Exactly.
If you wanted to edit this, it's pretty simple. I can see you guys have done a lot of customizations with developers on this site, it looks like. I'm not sure. It looks really good. So what you can do is you want to go to Content, Edit Post Settings. You can, if you need to tell your developer where they can edit this. And then what you want to do is you want to edit, it's all the first one, it's the listing. And I'll just show you a quick example here. So listing are the member listings, and then you want to edit the search results design. And if you scroll down here, what you're after is the page loop, and this is what's being repeated on every member listing. So I'll just do a quick example here. I'm just going to put like hello, and then I'll delete it.
Okay.
Let me put it right here. I'm just going to put it in the name. So I'll just put hello there. And if we let's go back to the search results. I'll just do a quick search here. So now you see it says hello, hello, hello. So they have access to the code of this section. So if you want to put more of the address, there are user variable metadata that you can add here to add more of the user's information in these member listings.
Okay, great. So just a bit of customized code right there in the page loop. Can you show me one more time where to find that? Was that basically edit post settings, search results design, and then page loops?
Yeah, so edit post settings, and the post setting that you want to edit is for listings, member listings.
Yep.
And then let me just load it real quick. It looks like my browser just froze a little bit. I hope it doesn't crash. I think I clicked too fast. Yeah, there's a tweet. All right, there it goes. So edit post settings, search results design, and what you're after is the page loop, and that's what keeps repeating, that shows all the different member listings. So if you do it there for one, it'll show hello, hello. Let me make sure this is gone now. Yep, now hello's gone. So,
okay, perfect. And now, is there a way to pull it in? Like, for example, if you click any of them, like click one of the examples of the hotels. Okay, is there a way to pull in, for example, like it will pull in specifically location or more about, it will pull that in, basically? Would that be in the same code in the page loop?
Yeah, that's where you would do it. So all the user data, like if you want their phone number, their address, their favorite color, whatever data you have on the user, you can put that into this loop and it will show there. So so I guess it's the metadata of the user, like all their different data. You can show whatever user data you want in this loop.
Got it. So we only really have to do it once in this code, and then it will automatically do it for each listing.
Exactly. It's just a one-time thing, and then you'll be good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for showing me that.
All right. You're very welcome. Good question there about getting into the code. Yeah, a lot of things with Brilliant Directories are drag and drop or in the design settings, but sometimes you need to get into that code, and you do have access to your source code. All right, let's take one more question here. All right, got a few hands raised. All right, Sheila, you're good to go.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, good. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, I have a quick question. I'm calling from Chicago, by the way. How can we leverage the social icons or the social postings? For example, when you were in the member's profile, when they're setting it up, you know how it says, give me your LinkedIn profile, your...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I want to do something a little different. I would like to add some social sites onto it, or maybe not social sites, but add some like booking. I want to add a booking, being able to book an appointment through my site, linking to theirs, being able to donate money, just linking to their site. How can I make icons that will link to their site? Does that make sense?
Yes. Do you want, it's a little bit of a customization, I think, but let's do one together on your site.
Okay, FidoandMe.com.
Okay. This will be us getting into more code, but let's do one example together. So it's Fido and me?
Yes.
Okay. So let's just check out a listing as it is first. Let's find one that has social media links. It looks like something happened. My browser just started going. So this person has social media links. Let's look at their profile. So you want to have, so it says online social profiles. You want in addition to this?
Yes, I mean, I would love to title it something different, but for now, to leverage what is already there, I want to be able, if they wanted to book, let's say, for a restaurant reservation, and they're using OpenTable, how could I put an icon there to link to their OpenTable page so that a person can book a restaurant reservation?
All right, let's use OpenTable as an example, and let's use Baker and Nosh as the example. So what we're going to do first is we're going to edit the form the member fills in. So let me show everyone what we're going to do. So what I did right now is I did show widgets, and there is a widget that shows this website link here and the social profiles. So I'm actually going to edit this because this is a customization, but I'm going to edit this widget and we're going to put the rules in for these additional links. So if we go to contact details for Baker and Nosh, and if we scroll down, they put their name, their phone number, and then there's website, blog. Can I make the second one OpenTable? Is that okay?
Sure. So is that what I need to do? Just go in and maybe swipe out? Because I did create my extra links, but they don't show up.
Yes, they won't show up because this is a specialized widget that it connects Facebook with the icon. Like if you're just going to choose some random like OpenTable or some other random platform, it doesn't know the icon to use. So this one is just, it knows to use these icons for blog. So there's about 8 of them here. But if you're going to be adding more, it would be a customization to get them to show with an icon. But let's do one without the icon first. Let's just get OpenTable to show first. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to edit this form and we're going to add an OpenTable link. And that is the user's contact details forms. That's listing contact details member. And we're going to edit that. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a new input field.
I might have it. I don't.
No, it's okay. So here's website, blog. What we're going to do is add a new one at the top here, new form field. I'm going to call it OpenTable. And for those of you who are a little bit more tech savvy and would know how to edit a form like this, this is super useful. I'm going to give it a variable name called OpenTable, and the form field type is website form field, which is website address. There it is. And it's not required, and I'm going to drag it down, down, down. It's going to be the option after website. Right, I'll put the website above it. Now this website has an image with it. You can see here there's some image code. I don't have the image icon for OpenTable right now, so I'll just leave it as the name OpenTable. And
sure.
I'll go ahead and save that. And now if we come back here under website, we'll refresh the page and we should see OpenTable right here. And let's
okay, so now I know what I need to do. I got it. Okay.
Well, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Okay.
That's step 1 is just putting it in the form field. So here is are they in Chicago?
Yes.
Okay. So here is their OpenTable page. Okay, I just Googled Baker and Nosh open. So now we're going to add that here as their open table link, okay? And I'm going to save the changes. So now in the database, we've saved open table, but what we need to do is we need to put it in this widget. So if there's an open table link, to show it here. So I did show widgets, and I know it's this widget I need to edit. And then, so right now we've done everything without coding. We've added an extra element. If this was just another piece of data like their nickname or their favorite color, we wouldn't need to do this customizing of the widget. It would just show like any other piece of data. But because we want it to link, that's where the tricky part comes in. So it looks like we have this edited. Let me edit this. And then what we're going to do, so we're going to this complicated code here, nothing to get afraid of. Let's copy this 1 second. Give me 1 moment. So what we're going to do is if the users, and this is where again, if the user's open table variable, some code for everyone, is not empty, which means it exists. If you don't know what all this is, don't worry about it. If the user's, then we're going to just copy this code here. And we'll paste it. And then we'll call this, I'll just call it open table page. Or what do you want it to say, like when people are looking at it?
I guess restaurant. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, we'll just call it open table link.
Yeah, let's leave it that for now.
Okay. Okay, that should be enough. If user open table link. Okay, let's save the changes. Let me get rid of the widgets field here. Okay, and then let's save this. And when we do a change like this, sometimes I like to use the developer tool to refresh cache. It just kind of resets stuff on the site. And let me just make sure it has saved the open table link successfully here. Yep, there's the open table link.
Oh, awesome.
So now let's see if we can get it to show under the website here. Okay, so now we see open table link, and right now it's just the URL, but this does what you need it to do, and it opens it in a new tab. So I created a new form field, and then I did a little bit of customization in that widget to get this here. You could turn this into an icon, you could turn it into a button, but for now we'll just leave it as a straight link, just to keep it as simple as possible for right now.
Okay, perfect. And so if I wanted to create, as I mentioned, the same thing for a donate page, I mean, not a donate page, but a donate link, linking to a shelter's website for people to donate, I can create my own button and upload it and do the same process, correct?
Correct. You could do the same process, and you can create unlimited types of random links you want the user to upload, and so the consumers or the visitors can go to all these specialized links. And then again, this is just one design style to have it in a list like this. Like if you wanted to get more creative, you can have a designer use this data and make it look more presentable or whatever you want. So as far as the basics, we've been able to add a link to a profile that is not part of the default system. So you could, once you have this data and stuff, you can then play with the design and how you want it moving forward.
Okay, but one last quick question, but I need to just leverage what's there. So meaning that any new links that I'm introducing, do I need to pull out links, let's say Instagram or LinkedIn? Do I need to pull those out?
No, you can keep those. I would watch the replay of this video if you wanted to try to do it yourself and just replicate what I've just done. Or if it's a little too much for you, I would go to the marketplace and just have them do what I've done for you and just and the marketplace developers and designers will take care of that for you.
Got it. Thank you so much, Jason.
You're very welcome. Thanks for the call. All right, good stuff there, guys. Great webinar. Great to be back after a few weeks. I want to thank Gabe, who's behind the scenes answering a lot of questions there. So just to reiterate, the contest of the week, just go to Brilliant Directories, click on the tweet button. Recommended reading, you can get it on Amazon or anywhere online. Shoe Dog, great inspirational story about entrepreneurship. And the deal of the week, it's actually going to be for 48 hours. It's super promo to get 35% off, super 35. Hopefully you can join us in the next webinar Wednesday. I believe that it's scheduled 2 weeks from now. We're going to do the webinars every 2 weeks. We were doing them every week. It was a bit much for everyone, both the attendees and for us on this on our end. We can prepare a little bit more and people can plan a little bit better. We'll send reminders for the next webinar. You don't need to register. You'll get one email that reminds you. So hopefully you can join us in the next webinar. And if we were unable to get to your questions today, you can always go to our LinkedIn Marketing Strategy Network, brilliantdirectories.com/LinkedIn, and we can carry the conversation over there. So thanks for joining us today, guys. Hope you have a great rest of the week and look forward to catching you in the next webinar. Take care. Bye-bye.